Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Tornado Survival, Season 9, Episode 5. And in today's episode, we're going to be working on the underground village once again. I got some glass here. I don't know if this will be enough, and I also don't think I have enough wood. There's a storm off in the distance. It's heading kind of northwest, I believe. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, it's heading to the northwest, so I'm not really too bothered about it right at this moment. But here is our village. I haven't got the villagers down here yet, but figured that I had to cut in here and do some of the building on camera because I did most of it in a stream. The reason I'm placing glass here is one, so that the villagers have daylight, and there has to be glass for it to count as a village. A good thing I got some logs because that wasn't finished. And I don't think I'm gonna have enough glass. I already used half a stack on just 2 of these here, so I think I need just a little more, but that's fine. I could just go gather some more sand. It's not that big of a deal. Then I'm gonna place 2 layers of green glass right here in the center, just to kind of change it up a little bit. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have enough, unfortunately. That might have been a perfect amount. Wow, that's incredible. Okay, it takes a stack to build this. It's incredible that I had a perfect stack. All right, let's go ahead and place the green glass up here just to make it blend in with the ground a little more. And in theory, I should have enough for this. Wow, 2 times in a row I had a perfect amount of glass. That's incredible. But now we got to make. I already did the doors down here. I thought I didn't do that. So all that's really left now is just to move all the villagers down here. I made some rails off camera with some of the iron that we had, and I'm just gonna connect it right up to the village here. Alright, we have made it to the village. Now, I'm going to move most of them down. I'm going to leave all the green guys up here, just because they don't really serve much of a purpose. But, I have to get everybody else. Now, let's take a census here for how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Yeesh, I thought there were more than that. Looks like we're gonna be starting out with 5 in our village. So let's just let's get some of them in mine carts, I guess. Get in the mine cart, please. Alright. Now I'm gonna have to connect this path into here. Hopefully they don't start running out. Unfortunately, gonna have to break the dirt here, but that's fine. I just want to get them down into the village so that they're safe, and we can trade with them. So I'm gonna go ahead and place this back now so that I can lay the rails down. And I think I'm gonna cut out for this because I don't think you guys really care to see me move villagers. So once I get all these villagers moved, we will start on the next task. So let's just push them along and see you in the underground village, good sir. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but we've appeared to have had a casualty while while moving the villagers. That's unfortunate. But we've got a couple of them down here. 1, 2, 3... We got 4 of them down here so far. I'm gonna have to route this railway to a different village because this village didn't have that many, and you know we had a casualty too. So that's really dumbing down the numbers right there. But this village, minus the nitwit villagers, is completely cleared out now. So I don't really care too much about this place. So I'm gonna route this to. I'm gonna see which village is closer. Are you doing a break dance on this? What's going on, bro? I'm going to see which village is closer, the one over there or the one over there. Then I'm going to route the railway over to said village, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm at the village that's closest to the one at the main base. I'm taking a census here as well, so I've counted 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's 7 villagers here that we can take. So that'll get our total up to 11 in the underground village. So I'm going to have to route the railway from here all the way over, so this is going to suck. But I think it'll be fine. I think what I want to do is I actually want to get all the villagers into one spot. I think that'll make this a little bit easier, just so that I can route them to a minecart and be like, hey, this is where you're going. Something a little annoying is I plan to build over in this area, like over there somewhere. So kind of having a village not too close is a little annoying, but it is what it is. I don't really use the villages anyways, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. So I'll probably just tear this place down, or I'll just leave it. But if it gets hit by a tornado, I'm not going to restore it. So I'm going to get the railway built and get all of them moved over. This is going to be painful. All right, so I've got 8 villagers down here so far. At least this is what I've counted. I got a librarian down here and a cartographer down here somewhere. He's around here somewhere, but I just brought a cartographer back. So, yeah, here he is. I think I'm going to stop for now because this project is pretty annoying. And I think I'm going to work on a sugarcane farm so that I can begin trading with the librarian and the cartographer. I'm going to leave this railway here for now because there's a couple other villagers from the other village that I have to grab. I might grab them from there too. I'm going to really work on that on a live stream if I decide to move them from there. I don't feel like doing it right now, but I would like to get a sugarcane farm built in this episode. That way we can have a start with our paper trades. And luckily, since I've got so much coal down here, we could trade that too. And I think there might be a fisherman down there. I'm not too sure, but we'll build a spider farm and we'll be able to trade string and whatnot to that guy, assuming that's the correct villager. And yeah, so we're going to start on the sugarcane farm. I want to get my inventory cleared up because it's a mess. And I'm going to use the same design that I've used in multiple seasons. It's just the simple piston pusher build thing. Yeah, I think you all know what I'm talking about. I know I'm not speaking much English right now, but that's okay. So I'm not really going to bore you guys too much with this either. So I'm going to go ahead and get this room dug out. I'm showing you where I'm going to build it. I'm going to build it down this hallway, because I think I'm going to put all the smaller farms down this way. So yeah, I'm going to do it right here. And basically it's going to be about 17 blocks long, 3 high. So I'll get this dug out and we will begin the building process. Alright, I went ahead and crafted a half stack of pistons so that we can go ahead and build this. I believe it takes 32 pistons. I might be wrong. But we're going to go ahead and... Oh wait, never mind. Hold up. Made this one too big. So we're going to go ahead and place a row of 8. And then there's going to be a log here and then another row of 8. Then again, another row of 8. Then another row of 8. Oops. Then along the bottom here, I'm going to place stone brick. And then, like I said, in the center here, there'll be oak beams, but I forgot to grab the oak, which is awesome. Then I'm also going to have another row of pistons at the top, but I didn't make enough. So let's run back and get some oak. Hopefully I have some down here. Storm spawned, but it's weakening. I'm not sure if I have enough oak down here. That might be a problem. Oh yeah, I got oak. We'll be fine. Actually, no, we won't, because I need more for the build. God damn it. I'm going to go ahead and make some repeaters as well, because I'm going to need more than what I've got. Might as well use some of the sticks that I have. I got a ton of them in here. So let's go ahead and just craft a half stack of these. I don't know how many I need, but there's 26 repeaters. That should do for a while. Make more of these. Oops, the other way around. Just 13 more. Need more cobble. Luckily, I've got plenty of that from digging out all these rooms. Boom. I think it's like this. Yep. There's 24. I'm out of iron. That's not going to be enough. But let's just get on with this. I'll grab what I need off camera. So I still need sand and stuff, and I don't have any of that. That's the wrong tunnel. Surprised no mobs spawned in here. There's probably too many entities in the area. So there's that. There's going to be a row of water here. I'm actually just going to dig out this whole floor. And I'm having to use this efficiency 2 pick because this pickaxe is a little rough for wear, and I don't have the levels to repair it. I'm going to probably chill at the skeleton farm for a little while off camera to grind levels so that I can get a new pick, because that pickaxe is way too expensive to repair, which is actually very inconvenient because we don't have mending, and I don't know when or if we're going to get mending anytime soon, which sucks indefinitely, but oh well. I'll go exploring off camera to find it, or I'll do it on a stream or something. Should have waited to break the floor so I could place these, but it's fine. And I appear to be 8 short, which is just lovely. So yeah, I'm going to gather up some more supplies for this because I need more wood, I need sand, I need water, and need more pistons, so I'll be right back. Alright, so I got all the supplies I need. I went and gathered some sand and some more oak. And I made a few more pistons. I made a few extra by mistake, but I'll probably reuse them again at some point. So it's whatever. God damn it. So there's all the pistons placed. I'm going to go ahead and get the sand placed so that I have some kind of floor in here. And I'm just going to line the entire edges with sand. Like I said, I've used this design in several seasons of this series. Probably all of them, if I'm being honest. Dig out the ceiling here too. I've got kind of a cool design that I like to do for this, and it's just stairs and slabs, and I'll go get some glowstone. I still have a lot left over from last episode, so that's not a big deal. However, I am missing ice. I don't have ice. I've not found an ice biome in this world, so that's unfortunate, but I'll get it eventually. So let's go ahead and get some water down here. Actually, let's do like a cool floor temporarily until I can get some ice. So I'm gonna make a bunch of stairs for now to do the ceiling. Boom. You see how simple this design is? I use it all the time. I love this design. And we'll break some of this wall here. Actually, we'll just tear all this down. Boom. And let me get the logs back out. Hopefully I have enough. What? Oh yeah, I should have enough. Cutting it close though. We're cutting it real close. I think I got just enough. Although I'm not going to be able to make slabs, which is a bit annoying. But I'm going to do stone brick slabs as the floor for right here, just temporarily until I can get ice. Then I'll change it out for that. God, my inventory's so full. Let's put some stuff in here. Yeah, much better. Where's that crafting table? Right here. Don't need too many. That should be perfect. Yeah, a 1 to spare. And then there's going to be a hopper system right here. But I need more wood apparently, so that's very annoying, needless to say. So I'm going to go get more wood and get some glowstone out of the chest, and we'll be back again. Or actually, I guess while I go and gather wood, I kind of want to talk about the channel a little bit, talk about what I have planned, because I don't think I've really done an update episode in quite some time. So, as a lot of you might know, and if you don't know, well, you're about to be informed in the next sentence. I'll be starting the Christmas Craft series November 28th. It's currently the 20th of me recording this. I plan to release this on maybe Sunday. It's currently Thursday. So I think Sunday would be a good day to upload this episode. Come the time I start Christmas Craft, I'm going to upload that series way more frequently than Tornado Survival while that series is going on. I'm not abandoning Tornado Survival, just to make that clear. I've got tons of ideas for this season, series, whatever. But the Christmas Craft series, I feel like should be prioritized way more than this series in its prime, because there's a lot of work that I have to do in that series to make it a successful series for the year, because it's a yearly series I'm going to try to do. Might not do it every year, but I did it last year and I somewhat enjoyed it. Although I will be making a new world because I didn't really care for that world that I had. So I'll be starting fresh, and hopefully this will be the world that I choose to use every year, because I just want to add on to it, because I feel like restarting every year is just kind of stupid. So just doing the same builds over and over again. I'd like to actually add on to the world and, build a big town. I want to build a big snowman. So I think a series like that, using the same world every year, I think that's justifiable. But I want to talk about this series now. So this will be the primary series still. It probably always will be. But I want to focus less on the tornado survival kind of aspect of it, and I want to focus more on the Minecraft. See, something I don't ever do is I turn the storm rate down. I've set it to a day, but I'm probably going to decrease it even more. Now, you might be wondering, why are you doing that? Well, I feel like constant tornadoes, I get the point of the series is tornado survival, but I just feel like having them constantly, like I did in Season 7, where things were just constantly being destroyed, I feel like that's seriously going to demotivate me in the latter part of the season, and I want to avoid that. So I think moving forward, I'm going to focus more on building and actually making extravagant builds. I want to build like massive builds in this world, essentially. And I don't want to build them and just have them be hit, the episode after I do them, So, like I said, we're just going to focus more on the Minecraft part. It's still going to be tornado survival. There's still going to be storms and things to get hit, but it's not going to be as frequent. That way, whenever it does happen, it's like a lot more of a surprise. Whereas with some of my past seasons, there were things getting hit every episode. And I'm going to be frank with you, that was seriously demotivating. That's why I ended Season 7 so early, because I got sick of having to rebuild everything, and it's like, well, there's no real more excitement that I can do with this season, because, everything's already been hit. So if it happens again, it's just going to be like, oh, this again. So that should allow me to build bigger things, and when they get hit, it's like an extravagant surprise. And I know this probably isn't making much sense, but I don't know. I just feel like a lot of the time actually gets taken up by the storms, and I don't actually have time in the episodes to do anything. So kind of just, I'm going to try something new. I might change my idea on that. But as of right now, I kind of just want to play the game, really. So that's kind of where we're at. That's how I feel about the series right now. I don't want to constantly deal with things wrecking my builds, because that's seriously annoying after a while. I'm sure a lot of you understand. If you play this mod yourself, you'll definitely note that things constantly being destroyed one after another does get pretty irritating, and especially as big as I plan to make this world, it's not going to be something I want to constantly have to deal with. So that's that. And some of you might like that, some of you might not. Hopefully you understand, but I mean, we're still going to have tons of storms, like regardless. There's There's no change in that. It's just, yeah, I think you get what I'm trying to say here. I feel like this could be higher. Make some wooden slabs. Oh wait, I have them already. I think that works. All that's left to do is just plant it, and then this is done. That didn't take too long to do at all. Now, I don't have enough sugarcane to fully plant it, so I'm gonna have to let it grow. But I'm gonna go check my sugarcane chest real quick because I do think I have a little bit in there that might actually help. And I actually still gotta do the redstone, so we're not done with that actually. But let's see, we got sugarcane 8. It's not much, but it's better than nothing. So yeah, that's the update on the series and the channel. I might do another world on the Wither Storm because I didn't really give that a fair go. I did one episode and didn't defeat the Wither Storm, so I might try that again in the future. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that or not. So I think that'd be fun to do. So yeah, I'm gonna knock out this redstone. It's just pretty straightforward, and luckily a lot of this is dirt apparently, so digging it out's not too bad. that speeds it up a lot actually. I don't know where to turn. We'll just turn right here. Boom. And then dig out more on this side. Where is this at? Here it is. So yeah, not a hard process at all. It's pretty straightforward. This should last. Down to 23 durability. Yeah, that should last for all of this, hopefully. In theory, this should work with it right here. So just dig the rest of this out here. We were cutting it close with that pickaxe, let me tell you. Down to 10 durability. And before I let it break, let me switch it back. So we're going to run back to the other side now, since this is the primary side. And we're just going to run a line of redstone from... Where do I want to put this? From right here. And it's just going to connect into the back of this, into these, what are these called? Pistons. And then in the middle, there's going to be repeaters, just like this. It's pretty straightforward, and you put a couple repeaters here and there just to make sure that everything still gets signal. And then I usually slap one right in the middle here with a 1 tick delay. And then just run a whole line here, put a repeater, and just continue it the whole way through. And this should, in theory, work first try because I've built this 700,000 times. So yeah, let's go ahead and check and make sure that our redstone is functional. Need a button. That would help. Might replace this with a stone button, but oops. Need that back, please. Yep, it worked. So all the pistons should force the sugarcane down into the water, and it will be collected by the hopper. So yeah, that's it for that farm. Just gotta get a few more pieces of sugarcane so that I can expand it. But yeah, that's another farm ticked off the list, so we will soon be able to start trading with the villagers. I know this episode's been a little boring and a little rough, and my English has been pretty bad. But, you know, that's what happens when you're doing a bunch of building on camera. You're not very coherent. So that's my bad if things were a little confusing. But I think I got the point across. And now I just got to go get some ice, but I'm not doing that right now. I don't have the means to explore and find an ice biome. That's going to take absolutely forever on foot. But I do have a horse, but and it's still going to take a while. And I think to close out this episode, because this is going to be where we wrap up this episode, I'm going to harvest the crop farm because I didn't do it last episode. But basically, it goes dark and all the crops pop up because there's not enough light. Now, I typically want to grow beetroot down here as well, but I don't think I have beetroot. The only reason I grow beetroot is because it's really useful for red dye. So if I have a stock of that building up over time, then if I ever need red dye for a build, which I definitely will in the future because I plan to build a barn, then we can have all the red dye in the world. But I want to go ahead and plant potatoes and carrots this go around because potatoes are probably going to be our food source for a while once I run out of meat. But I'm going to get some animal farms going on the surface at some point, so that shouldn't really be too much of an issue. The main point of these farms is for villager trading because some of the farmers, if we have any, will take carrots and potatoes and wheat. So that's the point of these. And then paper with the sugarcane farm for the villagers that like paper. And I'm going to build a zombie grinder at some point. I think I've got a spawner over that way. Then a spider grinder, probably a cave spider spawner since there's a mine shaft in this base. So I got a couple farms in mind. There's probably some that I'll do on streams, or I might include them in another farming episode. Possibly. This is just kind of the back end stuff that we got to do early in the seasons, as you all know. Got to build all these farms, but they'll be worth it in the end. And once I can get a hold of a beacon, we'll do the tree farm because I'm not digging that massive ass room out by hand. That's not happening. So we'll probably try to kill a wither soon. We saw how that went last season, but I think we'll be fine. Hopefully. I've got decent armor. I'd like to get paracord going at some point, but that's going to take a while. But I think we're going to wrap up this episode here. It was a pretty eventful episode. I did get a lot done. I'll have to patch this in at some point, but I'll do that later. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe if you did. Check out my Discord. That is linked in the description below, along with my Twitch. And look forward to the next episode. I don't know when I'll have it out. Probably later this week. I think I said this is going out on Sunday. Maybe a little earlier than that. So, yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.